In today's global economy, your shop competes with both the cabinet maker down the street and also some of the major manufacturers too. Hi, my name is Tom Burke, and I'm with you today to tell you about our customers who are using 2020 CAD to efficiently create highly custom cabinets and furniture and compete more effectively in today's marketplace. Going from your customer's napkin sketch to a fully engineered product is a great way for you and your designers to sell beautiful, unique, and higher profit jobs at a lower cost to your bottom line. 2020 CAD is the perfect complement to the industry-leading layout and rendering in 2020 design. Today, I've invited our specialist, Normand Tremblay, to walk you and me through some of the most powerful features of 2020 CAD. Take 10 minutes to see this powerful shop engineering tool before I return to discuss how the solution can fit in your business.
Thank you, Tom, for that nice introduction. Now, let's see if within that 10 minutes, I can give you a pretty good idea on what we can do about that napkin sketch that we have here. After a few minutes spent in 2020 CAD, you will have created these few basic parts. When you think about it, this could also be a sub-assembly that once you made it fully parametric, you could save it and reuse it later on to start a new project. Now let's create more parts. By using a feature called Simple Entity, we will create a vertical divider. Using the Pick on Screen option, we can easily transfer screen distance to be used for any of the part dimension. Of course, dimension, imperial or metric, can also be input directly from the keyboard. Once created, look how easy it is to position that new part in the assembly by using the drop and rotate feature. That new part fit perfectly in any views. Of course, now you can see that those same few steps that we just did were used to create all the parts for that cabinet. Now we will complete the process by adding the appropriate hardware to that divider. In this case, we will insert a group of 3 dowels predefined to meet your own manufacturing rules. Again, by using the Pick on Screen to control the position and the drop and rotate option to control the rotation, like in this case, the bottom dowel. Once done, we achieve exactly what we were looking for. We will also see later the real strength of those hardware components. Now that you saw how easy it was to create static parts from scratch, let's see how it can be easier when using a fully parametric sub-assembly such as a shelf or a door. Guess what? Of course, Pick on Screen and Drop and Rotate will be used again. Keep in mind that more you are using the same process, better and faster you will get at it. Now, if we look at that shelf, does it fit? Does it have the proper gap? Do we have the support pin and are they positioned properly? Yes, yes, and yes to all those questions. Why? Simply because this is the way you made it. Now that we are done with the shelf, let's do the doors. Notice that this time, not only we will have variables for the dimension of the opening, which will then provide via constraint dimension for the door itself, but we also have a variable for the position of the hinge on the door. And as you will see, this option will also control the position of the insertion point to simplify the positioning of this door within the assembly. Again, now we can see not only that that door can be whatever size we need, but also left or right mounted. Looks pretty good to me. What about you? After those few clicks, we end up with a more complete product that we had a few minutes ago. Now, if you give yourself another 10 to 15 minutes, you can have a full product, including all the bells and whistles needed to produce high-end presentation within 2020 design, as well as all manufacturing information from Shopware. Now, let's see exactly what I mean when I said that we will see the real power of those hardware components. This side panel that you just saw had no hardware-related machining whatsoever, other than a groove for the back panel. How can we easily fix the problem? By a simple right mouse button on the name of the drawing, then a click on the Assemble All option, and a few seconds later, voila! That same side panel, as well as all the other parts, have now all the needed machining on them. Pretty interesting, no? Now, on top of those machining information, we can see that each part have data product information attached to them, such as manufacturing code, description, related catalog, dimension, and of course, material for the core and the finish for each faces. Last but not least, color that can be replaced later by any texture within 2020 design. What will be the result of all this? Nice rendering from 2020 design and multiple different reports from Product Planner. Report and CNC information. This is all very nice, but sometimes you might also need good old-fashioned regular 2D shop drawing. 2020 CAD will help you for whatever type of layout you might need. Like in that case, it could be for a single part, a main assembly, or even that sometimes needed exploded view. Now I'm sure that some of you are thinking, is 2020 CAD good for anything else than square boxes? The answer is very simple. Not only you can take a simple cabinet and modify it by creating pockets for special ventilation needs, but you can also create a special hood for a special customer such as this one, or even a more furniture-like product such as a dining table and a nice buffet that goes with it. Now I am sure that you can see that those two products have a lot of parts in common, so think about it. And don't worry about curves and angles. 2020 CAD can manage those as easy as it manages regular straight parts. I hope that within this short period of time, I was able to pique your interest in seeing and learning more about 2020 CAD. Looking forward to see you in one of our webinars or even in a training session. Thank you for your time. Have a great day, and back to you, Tom.
Wow, Norman, thanks. That was great. I hope his walkthrough helped you visualize the way you can use this tool to improve sales, reduce engineering time, and create effective drawings for your cabinet makers. Did I mention that 2020 CAD includes an OEM version of AutoCAD with every license? We also include hardware files from Bloom and others, and of course you can add more 3D parts and catalogs from Encabal or White River or any of your other sources. Want a more detailed look at some of the other features of 2020 CAD? Check out the video called 2020 CAD for Parametric Flexibility on our 2020 live stream channel for cabinet makers. Finally, I encourage you to connect with me or my team at mfg.sales@2020.net or call us at 1-866-698-2020.